Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I am Mistress Miriam. I am here with Violet Hausthor and with Mark Ramone. You just heard "I'm a Mess" by Body Language, "Something About Us" by Daft Punk, "Up in Smoke," Cloud Belly. We started this out with "Brando" by Lucy Dacus.
And this is one of our pairing show where we pair nationally renowned artists with some of our own local artists.
Where do we want to start here?
Let's start with Cloud Belly, because wow. There is a lot going on here. I love their voice. It's absolutely beautiful, and it just sort of brings in this folk quality. And then the production on it goes in a slightly different direction. There's these sort of electronic lo-fi drums and those lovely synths in the background. It's such a combination, such a wild ride. I'm really into this. They're out of Montague, Massachusetts.
Nice dreamy folk. And they recently signed to Signature Sounds.
Oh, cheers.
Oh, nice. Mazel tov.
Yeah. And we paired them up with Lucy Dacus doing Brando. She is an incredible singer-songwriter, nationally renowned. Done some work with the group Boy Genius with Phoebe Bridgers and Julian Baker. Hopefully getting back together. We'll see. Yeah, it's a really cool pairing, though. Obviously, they both have these folk roots, but then take it in a different direction, you know?
Yeah, I felt like they had a similar vibe. Chill, chill and folky. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I think it's a really good pairing. I think that they do exactly what you said. They have a similar vibe, and you want to listen to the vocals.
Yeah. Let's talk about Body Language, speaking of which.
Okay. Yeah. So Body Language was formed in Hartford, Connecticut, but then soon after moved to Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, which is my former home. When I heard this, it blew me away. It's so cool. They've got such a great sound. I love the male and the female voices. I love the electronica about it, but there's this great kind of R&B and bassy sound to it as well.
Yeah, it definitely has those R&B roots, and it's a little experimental in some ways. It's got some weird psychedelic moments that sort of remind me of like Carane stuff almost. In that way, they have those similar like psychedelic applied to it, which is really cool. And of course, we paired them up with Daft Punk. Like, there's not much more you need to say about Daft Punk, especially the album that is off of Discovery. Like, Discovery is debatably the most important album in electronic music released over the last 30, maybe even 40 years, no question.
And around the world, they're known.
Yeah, absolutely international, obviously from France, but like, if you haven't sat down and gone through Discovery, it's one of those albums you really need to know. Obviously, they recently broke up as well, so that's a real tragedy, but some of the best of the best.
I'll say this too. If you've never heard of Daft Punk, you've heard Daft Punk, because
you have heard songs off of this album specifically, and Something About Us is obviously a great song.
How could somebody not hear of Daft Punk? I can't believe
there are people who haven't heard of Daft Punk.
Incredible. Yeah, it's a really good pairing, though. I love how it sort of brings in the French house, funk, and soul influenced electronic music of Daft Punk and combines it with this sort of psychedelic R&B thing that Body Language has going. It's a really cool combo.
I hope that Pharrell Williams, getting him involved with Body Language would be a great fit after he did Daft Punk.
I could hear
saw how that went.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. So, what are our next couple of pairings?
We're going to stay in the state of Massachusetts for the first set. Dropkick Murphys are going to be paired up with the Big Bad Bullocks. Ooh. And then Motorhead being paired up with Boundaries.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear the Dropkicks, State of Massachusetts.